Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Real Wisdom Artificial Intelligence. So, today is July 22nd, and I'm bringing you this from Mysore. I'm here for the Mysore Big Tech Show and had a busy day today listening to startup pitches. There are 10 founders who pitched today, and I met a lot of people working in the startup ecosystem. Stay tuned. The green intelligence movement is gaining momentum through just aligned, willing action by itself. And that, interestingly, ties very well to today's dose of Rashmi, which I had penned down as per my usual practice at the start of the day when I was still in Bangalore before I started. As per my usual morning practice, I started with Miracle of Mind app, absorbed Sadhguru's insight, and pen down the dose of Rashmi. So today's dose of Rashmi is a logical intellect led organization motivates its team to work hard to drive economic returns. An integrated intelligence organization, on the other hand, operates with the clarity that it exists as a vehicle for the team to work intensely and willingly towards what they care for. So you can see the parallel in the dose of Rashmi and how my day unfolded subsequent to that. Throughout the day, I was listening to these pitches by these extremely motivated startup founders, all working on an idea that they are extremely passionate about. The passion was clear in every single pitch that we heard. And it was a day of intense activity listening to the pitches as well as meeting other people in the ecosystem. And I had some fairly interesting discussions. All people drawn towards this with an intention of driving forward the startup ecosystem. The theme of this event is Beyond Bangalore. So, developing the startup ecosystem in Karnataka in the tier 2, tier 3 cities, which is a mission I deeply share. And I've talked about in this series that the future is local entrepreneurs on a globally connected AI and technology shared platform, and what I've talked about as a race to conscious grid. So it was great to see that in action. And the other thing that today's dose of Rashmi, as well as seeing all these entrepreneurs and other ecosystem players today that came to the forefront, was what I've talked about in terms of friction economy and the regenerative outcome economy. So the logical intellect side of today's dose of Rashmi is what's the friction economy. We have glorified working hard and grinding our way through work because the friction economy emerged through humans performing tasks which don't necessarily come naturally to us. We do these repetitive tasks while all of us ideally want to have full agency and express ourselves fully. That's why work right now feels like such a burden, and everybody's seeking work life balance because work is supposed to be hard. We have glorified hard work, grind your way through work to drive the maximum return on investment, and return on investment for who eventually? An organization that is logical intellect led, its primary purpose is to return on investment for the shareholders and investors. And that is how friction economy comes about. Regenerative outcome economy, on the other hand, comes about where we can use AI to do the friction removal. And the humans at that point on the team are free to do the work that is genuinely human, and that doesn't necessarily require humans to keep performing the same repetitive task. Express whatever you truly care for. And that was evident in every single startup pitch, the passion that each of these startup founders brought forth. It was refreshing to see that. So, in a way, two of my theses around local thriving entrepreneurial ecosystems on top of a globally shared AI and tech grid, as well as how we go from friction economy to regenerative outcome economy, both were on full display through the day. And in a way, the dose of Rashmi that I started with in the day expressed itself throughout the rest of the day. Now I'm back in my hotel room here, and there's another evening event where we will meet all the other people in the ecosystem. And tomorrow's the second day of the Mysore Big Tech Show. Looking forward to continuing to meet other ecosystem players and looking forward to the Green Intelligence and Clarity Retreat. Thank you.